Hi, my name's Kristin Oberdorf, and I'm part of our consulting team at Kotter. We're a consulting firm that specializes in change. After years of researching the factors that contribute to successful change, our founder, John Kotter, identified four key change principles: head and heart, select few and diverse many, have to and want to, and leadership and management. We use these principles every day with our clients to mobilize their people and achieve unimaginable results at unprecedented speed. And I really do mean that. We hope that they're going to help you as a leader in your organization navigate turbulent times, increase buy-in from those around you, and be more successful in implementing and achieving your objectives. In this clip, I'm going to focus on the principle of select few and diverse many. Achieving accelerated transformation requires many change agents, not just the usual suspects who are often called on to help on special projects. Think about how organizational challenges are solved in your workplace. Are you and others throughout all levels and departments aware of the daily efforts that attempt to drive change and reach business goals? Who are the people who are steering those efforts and always pulled in to participate? Are there a few key people that you always count on? Now, think for a minute, who might you be leaving out? Our research shows that in the typical management-driven hierarchies, even the most innovative approaches tend to bring in a relatively small number of people into crucial roles in strategic acceleration activities. Even if it includes the most dedicated, intelligent individuals, the typical approach to a task force, an executive sponsor, or project manager often relies on many of the same people over and over again. These select few, as we call them, often take an insular approach to managing broader change and problem solving. So even with the best of intentions, they can't account for the ways in which large-scale transformation will affect those throughout the organization. The true detriment of this approach is seen and felt often when it comes time for the task force to communicate and implement their hard work. Those many individuals and departments who will be required to actually alter their approach to day-to-day work are likely to view this as just another change directive delivered from on high. Their motivation to make the effort to actually change is likely to wane, and that's hard to build back up or get buy-in for. These individuals across the organization will have at least several questions left unanswered, but the most important one is, what's in it for me? At the same time, the select few can be incredibly effective as change agents when their efforts are focused on specific tasks that will deliver against the larger organizational goals. But if true change is going to be achieved, the approach must shift away from only the select few to also include the perspectives of the diverse many. To motivate agile action, the number of people involved in change efforts should be increased, and not by 50%. Think bigger. The number needs to rise by 500% or even 1,000%. Your organization needs more eyes to see, more brains to think, and more hands to act. More people need to be involved at every stage of transformation efforts, not just when it's time to carry out the recommendations of a task force. Fostering the sense of ownership in organization-wide initiatives will move these change agents away from a have-to view of the effort and create a want-to mentality. But the inclusion of the diverse many is not simply about giving people a seat at the table to make them feel good. The best way to account for the deep-rooted levers that will need to be shifted for successful transformation is to develop an awareness of when is it appropriate to enlist the select few and when is it right to turn to the diverse many. I'm going to share an example of a Kotter client that we've worked with. They sought to accomplish a major strategy and product implementation. When it came time to the technical development process and integrating the systems into their existing data platforms, here they turned to the select few. The developers, the programmers, the data scientists. These folks were subject matter experts and they needed to bring in to really leverage their expertise in a very highly efficient manner. However, to best understand how these systems and products would affect the day-to-day workflow and how the system could best support the workforce across the organization, leaders tapped into the diverse many, a cross-functional group that had never previously worked together. When the new approach was implemented, it was adopted quickly because the questions of why and what's in it for me was addressed already at virtually every step in the process, not just at the end. So when you're determining when to engage the select few or the diverse many, it's important to ask yourself and your other leaders several questions. How will this change impact the day-to-day approach of our employees? Will existing systems and processes be upended by the implementation of this change? What are areas that will require a high level of subject matter expertise? These are some good guiding questions to start you off down the path of determining between the select few and the diverse many. The one last thing I'll add is that in addition to creating the most optimal environment for change readiness, including the diverse many will unearth leaders at every level of your organization, ones that you never knew you had. I hope this brief introduction has been helpful to you. As you can imagine, we've just covered the tip of the iceberg on change and facilitating behavior change, but I hope you'll continue your learning by watching our other videos on Kotter's 4 change principles and by visiting our website at www.kotterinc.com. We want to hear about the challenges you're facing. I invite you to reach out to me on LinkedIn or via email. My email is kristin.oberdorf@kotterinc.com. I'd love to discuss the changes that your organization is aspiring to achieve. Thank you.